Hello everyone, this is my receiving video project. My name is Alyssa Vandegrift, and I'm completing this for my Introduction to Logistics course, which is taught by Professor Chase Coslett. This project is being submitted on February 4th, 2024. The item I chose to follow through a typical warehouse receiving process is my refrigerator. This is an item I use every day, and was an exciting purchase to make and unwrap when we had our recent move. The thought of going over how it arrived in the store where I purchased it in that very packaging brings back all the feelings of accomplishment and optimism that filling a new house with appliances brought me. The first step in the receiving process is scheduling delivery vehicles and yard control. This typically begins before goods even arrive at the warehousing facility with the use of an advanced shipping notice, or ASN. The notice comes with instructions for the warehouse receiving the order. These instructions allow for preparation so that the yard is not congested when the delivery vehicle arrives, and that there is a dock available to them which is prepared for receiving the type of shipment they should contain exactly at the time in which they should arrive. It is also necessary for an associate to open the trailer and perform a quick inspection of the load while it is still on the trailer. The company that received my particular refrigerator has a high volume of appliances from several suppliers, so knowing what to anticipate in deliveries is instrumental in keeping the flow of product moving. Once the shipment arrives, products are unloaded from the delivery vehicles. Refrigerators arrive in enclosed trailers to prevent damage to them in transportation. Because of the size of a refrigerator, it will always be shipped on a pallet, which not only makes it easier to load and unload, but also protects the item by allowing space for items not to bump into each other when being handled. Due to these standard shipping requirements, a forklift is used to collect each refrigerator out of the trailer and place it into the warehouse for the next associate. After the pallets have entered the warehouse, a worker will check product quality and quantity. This means they will assess the product and packaging for damage, as well as ensure they have received the same style and amount they were expecting from the advanced shipping notice. This step is particularly important in the movement of today's refrigerators, as most are expected to be as aesthetically pleasing as they are useful. Once the goods are thoroughly checked and any damaged items are moved to a separate area for further assessment, an associate must enter the new products into the warehouse management inventory system. This is completed either by scanning a barcode or radio frequency identification device, or RFID. The associate locates the label, which in the case of my refrigerator was a barcode, and scans it with a handheld device that automatically updates the data in the system. This function is important in keeping track of what products may be available to customers at any given time, which is often a high priority with important purchases such as large appliances. Next, it is important to safeguard and potentially label the new inventory. Some warehouses may choose to safeguard appliances by adding more protective packaging. However, the most important safety measure in the storage of high-value appliances is having a highly secured warehouse to prevent theft. Due to the cumbersome shape and weight of refrigerators, it is also safest that they be stored at ground level, beneath any mezzanines or other product storage. Depending on the facility, they may choose to relabel the product to match their stock keeping unit or SKU system specific to their warehouse while it is in their care. Finally, it may be necessary for the warehouse to complete just-in-time and cross-dock activities. When I personally ordered my refrigerator, it had to be shipped to the store in a short deadline, meaning it was likely to have needed to go through just-in-time operations. If shipments have already been arranged to contain some of the items received, they will make their way to the shipping area of the warehouse, where they will be reloaded onto a truck along with other items in the outgoing order, headed to their destination in the cross-docking process. For just-in-time operations, the refrigerator may be staged in an area prepared for upcoming or forecasted orders. Throughout my research, I learned quite a lot about how my refrigerator arrived in the store. I learned just how much the entire shipping process benefits from being as prepared as possible. This allows resources to be available exactly when and where they are needed, freeing them up to be used elsewhere at another time. From observing several loading dock areas throughout the week and making mental notes, I realized just how different the yard area and loading dock orientation can be set up on a building, and how that affects the accessibility and, again, efficiency of products moving in and out. I had never really thought about how difficult it could be to ensure large, aesthetically pleasing appliances were properly handled until I began my research. Without proper safeguarding, so many refrigerators would be dinged or scratched and leave customers unsatisfied and companies short on income. Overall, and most interestingly, I realized just how many hands were involved in bringing one of my most exciting purchases into my life in proper working order, which is an amazing network of effort to think about. Thank you for joining me through the receiving process.